Every morning, Farmer Briggs and his loyal dog Patch would start their day with a walk through the rolling hills of their farm. It was their cherished ritual, a quiet moment before the day's hard work began. But for the past few weeks, something had changed. Their walk always came to a sudden halt at the same spot, the old wooden bridge that spanned the Whispering Creek. The bridge was old, its timbers weathered by countless seasons, but it was sturdy. Briggs had crossed it thousands of times. Yet every time they approached, Patch would dig his paws into the dirt, whining and pulling back on his leash. He'd refuse to take a single step onto the wooden planks. Briggs would try everything. He'd coax him with a gentle voice. "Come on, boy. It's just the bridge." He'd tug lightly on the leash, even offer him his favorite treats. But Patch wouldn't budge. His big brown eyes would be filled with a look Briggs couldn't quite decipher. It was more than just fear. It was a deep, unshakable sadness. Confused and a little frustrated, Briggs would eventually give up, and they'd turn back, taking the long way around. But the question gnawed at him. Why this bridge? What was so terrifying about these old planks of wood? Patch was a brave dog, unafraid of thunderstorms or the loud noises of the farm equipment. This behavior was completely out of character. Briggs knew he had to understand what was haunting his best friend. He started by examining the bridge itself. He got down on his hands and knees, checking every board for splinters or loose nails that might have hurt Patch's paws. He sniffed the air, wondering if some scent, maybe from a predator, was spooking him. But he found nothing. The bridge was just a bridge. The mystery only deepened. Briggs decided to talk to his neighbors, hoping someone might have a clue. He first visited old Mrs. Gable, who had lived in the valley her entire life. She listened patiently to Briggs's story, her brow furrowed in thought. "That's strange," she said, sipping her tea. "I can't think of anything, but you know who might? Your late wife, Eleanor. She loved that old bridge. She used to sit there for hours, just watching the water flow by." The mention of Eleanor sent a pang through Briggs's heart. He missed her every single day. Her words sparked a memory, faint at first, then growing clearer. Eleanor and Patch had been inseparable. After she passed, Patch had been his shadow, his constant comfort. Briggs started to wonder if Eleanor was somehow connected to Patch's fear. That night, unable to sleep, Briggs found himself rummaging through an old chest in the attic, a chest filled with Eleanor's belongings. He sifted through photo albums and letters, each one a bittersweet reminder of their life together. Then, tucked away at the bottom, he found it, Eleanor's old journal. His heart beat a little faster as he opened it. He flipped through the pages, her familiar handwriting filling his eyes with tears. She wrote about her love for the farm, her recipes, and her garden. And then he found an entry from about a year ago, just a few weeks before she passed away. His eyes scanned the page, and his breath caught in his throat. She wrote about a beautiful sunny afternoon. She had taken Patch for a walk, and they had stopped on the old wooden bridge, their favorite spot. As she was leaning over the railing to watch the fish darting in the creek, she suffered a sudden, massive heart attack. She described the sudden pain in her chest, the world spinning around her. In her last moments of clarity, she wrote about Patch. He was barking frantically, nudging her hand, trying to get her to stand up. He didn't understand what was happening. He was just trying to protect her, to help her. The entry ended abruptly, her handwriting trailing off the page. The ambulance had arrived too late. Suddenly, it all made sense. The bridge wasn't just a bridge to Patch. It was the last place he saw Eleanor alive. It was a place of trauma, confusion, and loss. His refusal to cross wasn't just fear. It was grief. He was reliving the most painful moment of his life every time they approached it. Briggs closed the journal, tears streaming down his face. He felt a wave of guilt for being frustrated with Patch, for not understanding his pain. The next morning, the sun rose, casting a golden glow over the farm. Briggs clipped the leash onto Patch's collar, but this time, he didn't head towards the bridge. Instead, he led Patch in the opposite direction, towards a field of wildflowers that Eleanor had loved to visit. They walked slowly, Briggs's hand resting gently on Patch's back. When they reached the field, Briggs knelt down and wrapped his arms around his dog. "I'm so sorry, boy," he whispered into his soft fur. "I understand now. You were trying to tell me all along. You miss her too, don't you?" Patch whined softly and licked Briggs's cheek, his tail giving a slow, hesitant wag. It was as if a heavy weight had been lifted from both of them. For the first time in weeks, Briggs saw the old spark return to Patch's eyes. They weren't just a man and his dog. They were two souls bound by a shared love and a shared loss. From that day on, their morning walks took a new route, through the wildflower field and along the sunny meadows. They never went near the old wooden bridge again. It stood as a silent memorial to a love that would never be forgotten. Briggs learned that day that the deepest wounds are often the ones we cannot see, and that true compassion lies in taking the time to understand the silent sorrows of those we love. Their bond, already strong, was now unbreakable, forged in memory, understanding, and the quiet comfort they found in each other. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content. We'll see you in the next video.